This video is going to be a practical guide for you. If you're basically willing to spend at least 6 to 7 hours a day, if you don't land 3 web design clients using these 2 strategies in 14 days max, there is something wrong with you. Because right now, you can take my 80,000 web design agency, you can take my network, you can take my money, you can take everything out. But I know those are the 2 strategies that I'll be using in order for me to get my first web design client. So you gotta listen to the end, because this is not gonna be a BS video where you're gonna walk out of this video with no knowledge at all. So, to be very simple, the first strategy is what? Not a lot of people are talking about it, and it's a bit vague. There is not a lot of conversations about it. I'm gonna keep it very simple. It's basically attending networking events. And no matter where you're from and which country you're located, I'm sure there is networking events. You know, I was just in Hong Kong like 6 weeks ago, and that was a networking event where we closed a $15,000 client. And right now I'm gonna give you some SOPs and practical guides of how you can do it. So first of all, before choosing an event, you need to understand that these events would usually cost between $50 to $300 maximum. So we're not talking about a lot of money here, but the value in the network and the people you're gonna find there, it's so valuable. So right now, when you're looking for your next business event in your city, you gotta look for events that have open business card exchanges and pitch introductions, because there's some events where you'd say, hey, we have no problem you attending, but you have no right to pitch somebody. And you don't want to be attending these events because it's pointless. And the second thing, when you're looking at attending an event to sell a web design services in your city, you should attend events that would have no more than 100 attendees, because that make it easier for real conversations. And third thing is focus on local services or B2B. And if these events have less than 100 attendees and this event has sponsors, it's a good indication, it's a good green flag that there is a lot of money in the room. So basically right now, the question that a lot of you might ask me is like, how do I find these events, Stefani? Like these events, I use 4 platforms to find good events. So first of all, I use meetup.com. Second, Facebook Marketplace. Third is there's a good platform I like called Eventbrite. 4 is bni.com. And if you use all these platforms, there will be no problem for you finding at least one event a week that you can attend. So if an event a week would cost you about $50, we're talking about $200 investment. Okay, and there is no way you would attend 4 events in 4 weeks and you would not land at least 3 to 4 clients. You should be a terrible closer to not do it. If you actually like web design like me and you want to scale a web design agency past $10, $20, and $30,000 per month, then check out the offer that we have below. So basically what we do is we scale web design agencies to multiple 6 figures using 1 client acquisition system, 1 offer, 1 pricing, and 3 upsells. And basically we take only a small commission out of them. So that means if you don't sign any new clients, you don't pay. Simple as that. So if you want to learn more about it, check out the offer that I have below, and you can check out all the amazing testimonials from students that we helped scale their agencies past 10 grand a month. Last thing I want to say before dive next client acquisition strategies, like before you attend this event, prepare your pitch. So don't just tell people it's like, hey, I build websites for this X niche. You build websites. You don't just tell people I build a website. Tell them like you build a website to solve a specific problem, right? Sell them outcomes. Don't sell them just a website. I said that multiple times in my YouTube videos, and I cannot stress over it. Second, very important thing, and if you don't have this, don't go to this same event at all. Have ready case studies of before and after within the same ICP. What I mean by ICP is the ideal customer profile of the event niche that you're attending. And third tip here, before going to an event, have at least around 50 to 100 professional business cards. For me, I like to have metal business cards because it's unique and it stands out. And you can basically create those metal business cards for very cheap, literally like around 50 cents to $1 maximum. Even if that's gonna cost you a lot of money, it's like, hey, I'm gonna pay $25 per 50 cards, but it's worth all the money because it's memorable, right? And people appreciate it, and that shows your value right away compared to a normal business card. And also I like to have like a QR code ready that they can use right away to access my Calendly and book a meeting with me right away. So they can scan it. It's like, hey, we're having a good conversation. They're probably busy right now. I cannot close them on the spot. We need to have a conversation. I'll just show them the QR. They would scan it and book a meeting from there. So from these events, I would usually book between 5 to 10 meetings from an event, okay? And I would close at least 2 clients from an event, okay? So no matter where you are in the world, US, Europe, Africa, Asia, you should be attending an event a week. You'd find it, a business event, and you can close at least like 2-3 clients a week from it. If you don't do that, I don't know what you're doing, man. Like that's literally what I would do if I had no money. It was like starting from scratch. Second strategy that I'll be using is Facebook ads. And I'm preaching Facebook ads always because I'm using it and I'm closing at least like 2 to 3 clients a day, not a month, from Facebook ads alone. And let me show you, like this is one of our clients in Bangladesh, literally in Bangladesh. If he was basically doing this business in Bangladesh, there is no way that he would meet someone from the US that will pay him $2,000 from a website. Well, the only way he will meet them is through Fiverr and Upwork, and he's very limited by these platforms. So he launched an ad using a strategy and a system we explained to him. And then within the first 2 to 3 days, he spent about $50 on ad. He's got his first lead, and he closed from his first lead, first meeting, was a $2,000 customer, right? It's not a lot of money, but it shows you that it could be done fast. Because the purpose of this video is, hey, if I was starting from scratch, if you're starting from scratch, literally, and right now you're not closing at least 3-4 clients a month minimum from these two strategies, I don't know what you're doing wrong, and I literally don't know what you're doing wrong, because ads are like a time machine. You're literally spending $30 a day, and worst case scenario, within 2 weeks, it's just gonna pay by itself. So you're spending $30 a day, and for 2 weeks, how much money you'll be spending? You'll be spending about $300. $300, and basically after 2 weeks, if you close one client these 2 weeks, you'd make about minimum $1,500 to $3,000. So one client would pay your ads for the next 2 months. It's literally no risk when you're running ads. And also, I got one of my agency partners, in the first 23 days of launching ads, they made $12,700. They grow like their agency to $12,700 in MRR, not just like websites, but they sold the website with upsells as well. And I hope you got enough value from this video. Let me know what you want me to cover next, and see you soon. Cheers.